Good evening. Welcome back. Welcome back to my podcast. We are going to look into a topic that is a major source of both stress and success in many marriages. Money. We're talking about money, finance, and call it whatever you want to call it. Talking about cash, money. It's a major source of headache, stress, also success in many marriages. Money. Okay. If you join us in our last podcast, we discussed about the challenges of managing finances in marriages, the challenges of managing finances in marriages. So if you've not watched it, it's on it's on our YouTube. One on YouTube can just go there and go through it again because tonight we're going to talk about the great debate. I'm talking about the great money debate. Who controls the cash? Who controls the cash in marriage? Who controls the cash in marriage? Because it's a question that sparks heated discussions, heated debates. Whenever it comes up, comes a debate. But we're going to look into maybe different approaches with you guys' help. We'll look at the pros and cons, ways we can manage it, where we can maneuver, go through it. We can talking about how to navigate this financial landscape in marriages. As a couple, as an individual, we're going to look at it. Because to be honest, money is a major source of what? Conflict in many relationships. Money, cash is a major source of conflict in many relationships. Even studies shows that financial disagreement are the leading cause of what? Divorce. Leading cause of divorce. And if it's not just about money, talking about it's not just about the amount of money, it's not about how much to divide or something like that. It's about how you think about money, how you think about money. You understand? These are the unconscious beliefs you have, unconscious beliefs you developed, often rooted what in your childhood experiences, from when you are growing up, the house where you come from, how your parents manage money, how they see money. All of that will shape your life. It will shape the way you see money. It will shape the belief. You have that unconscious belief about money. You know that money is a sensitive subject. Even this evening, as we're talking, even last week we were discussing it. It touches on everything. It touches on your value. It touches on your security. It touches on your future. When you combine when you combine all of this together, you see that all those emotional complexities in that marriage, it's no wonder financial disagreement are so common. People cannot see eye to eye, or they always have this disagreement. They always have when it comes to managing money, couples cannot only survive these challenges, they don't cannot. You understand what I mean? The conflict always come up every time talking about money, marriages. A lot of divorces is because of cash, marriage, conflict, talking about money, who controls the money and all that. You understand? So that's the reason why we're going to talk about it. Who controls cash in marriage? Who is the person that controls cash in marriage? Okay? Who supposed to control it in marriage? That's what we're going to talk about. Okay, and the line, I'm going to open the line now for you all to join me. I would like to get your experience, your thoughts. Tell me what you think. Okay? Just tell me what you think. The number is on the screen, +447449823876. That's our usual number. It's a WhatsApp number. Just have to call. Let me know what you think. I would like to get your thoughts. Okay, who controls the money? The line is free. Call one on now on +447449823876. Call now. The line is free. The line is open. Call me now or put on the comment section. Let me know who controls the money. Who controls money? I joined one podcast. I was just joined one podcast on TikTok. They were discussing about the challenges we were talking about or the issues couples do normally have, the marriages and all that. We were discussing about that. Everybody, many women, they'll come up and say what maybe their own experiences and all that. Men, some of them will come out counter and all that. You know how it is. Once it comes to everything about relationship, once it comes about when they start talking about money, it becomes a debate. You understand? So this lady, she just came up and she was like, she said that her husband is a sweet man. He has a good heart. She said that when it comes to money, it's a disaster. It's a disaster. She went on and said that last week he came home with a once in a lifetime business opportunities. That he always come back with the ideas, always come out with business ideas. Come back. It turns out that he met one of his secondary school friend. He called the guy. He said his name is Emeka or something like that. And then that the guy even owes his money. He owes him money since around 2015 or something like that. That he hasn't seen him for a while. The last time they were just like, I saw him, and then the guy was like, that he do some importation from China. He deals on phones, accessories, and all that. And then when as they're discussing and all that, the guy said, "Okay, listen, just all I need from you is just 200K, 200,000 naira. Okay, that he will send him. He will just put and send him all those phones. You need to send him some samples first. If it's something that he wants to do, then he'll be sending him all of that. That's what he deals on. Understand? So the husband gets some 200K, and sent to the guy and hoping that he will send him the phone. And she went on and said that the only thing that arrived was a fake iPhone 15 Pro Max. It turns out when you sneeze, even that the phone, once you sneeze, the phone will turn off. She was just funny, very funny lady. You understand? So she was just like discussing, talking about, narrating her own story about the husband. She said that it's not only about that. That she just even like, you shouldn't like even like, later like start talking about sporty bets, the sporty bets and all that. You know. Hello, welcome, Paul. Hello. Yeah, welcome. Good evening. Yeah, good evening. I can hear you loud and clear. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, go on. Yeah.
who controls the cash money in a marriage.
Yeah.
Right, sir?
Yeah. Yes. That's it. Yeah.
So I will have to say that it depends on those value and agreements. From my own end, I would say it depends on couples value and what they agree, the agreement. So because in a family there are there are agreements and values what couples believe on or what they agreed on.
Mm-hmm.
So with that agreement, it will not determine who controls the money. The couples may decide, maybe the husband may decide to keep some money, and the wife may decide to keep her own money. So it depends on the agreement. But in all this, in the agreement, one thing is this: uh, it will give the intended result. That is, couples will find a system that both works for them.
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the agreement.
Mm-hmm.
Depends on the agreement. Let's say, for example, here in Africa, with me.
Yeah. I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's say here in Africa, um, there is this belief that a woman, when a woman keeps money or handles money, keep a cash in a marriage, that cash or that money may yield something better or something good.
Okay.
But all these things depends on agreement and values.
Okay.
So that's how I have to say. Yes.
So it depends on the agreement
Yes.
the couples they have. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. That's what I have to say.
All right. Okay. Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for your call.
Oh, thank you, sir.
All
All right.
right. It says based on the agreement, what the couples agreed on. That's their decision. Who I don't know who maybe they choose or something like that, who to keep the money or manage the money is the agreement that they have. That's how they determine who controls the cash. Okay. I was narrating. I was just giving you guys a scenario in one podcast I joined. That's the lady, the husband. He sent he met his friend, his secondary school mate, something like that. So he met him, and then the friend told him that he's dealing on phone accessories and all that. He's importing them from China. So after discussion, just told him to send him 200,000. That with that he will send him some of the samples and all that. So collected 200K, and the only thing that arrived was a fake iPhone 15 Pro Max. The lady was so funny. She said that the phone turns off when you sneeze. And then she still went on and started talking about sporty bet. That her husband bets on football, even he bets on some football teams that he never heard of. He will bet on teams that are in Argentina, and then he will on the bet he will put those teams must win and all that. Then after the final score, you see that they lost 5-0, and then he will start crying and say that it's a fist match. The match was fist and all that. You understand? So she was saying that when it comes to her, that she's the one that managed the money. She manages everything. She handles the money properly. She makes sure that the lights are paid. They don't owe anybody money. The children's school fees are paid. Even her husband clothes and all that, those that tears and all that, he take some of them to laundry, make sure that everything is in that she's the one that she manages all the money. But they still argue over that because the husband doesn't want her to manage the money, doesn't want her to be the one that calls the shot when it comes to money. That the husband always feel that maybe she's being disrespectful, something like that. So it's a big problem that she don't know what to do. She was just asking her people, their opinion on that. Do you understand what I mean? So when you look at that, you can see that it's a big issue. A big issue. I know that a man must. We always say this in Muslim Africa as well. Man is what, the head of the house, but women are the neck that turns the. You know what I mean? That turns the neck all the time. So especially when the head has a spending problem, when that head has a spending problem, become a very very big issue. You understand? I get what I'm saying. And that's the reason why I'm asking this evening: who controls the money? Who controls the cash in the marriage? The gentleman that called, he said that it depends on agreement. Every marriage has what a system that works for them. They even put on a comment here. That it depends on the agreement, what the family agreed on, which is quite right. Depends on what they agreed on. You know what I mean? Okay, the line is still open. I would like to get you guys' thought. Just call me. Let me know what you think. What do you think? Who controls the money? If you got experience, or let me know. You understand? Who controls the money in marriage? Who controls the money in marriage? That's what we're asking. That's what we're asking. Because it's a very, very difficult question. If you have not been in the situation where one of the parties, what I'm talking about, one of the couple or the partner, are the ones that they don't know how to manage. They can't manage money. They always spend money. They are always, anytime money comes to their hand, it's a big problem because the money, you will not see the money again. What they do with the money, you don't know. They overspend money, they recklessly, all of that. You understand? I know that back in the days, there's one of our friends. This guy, he what he does, he has you know, back in Nigeria, okay, from the eastern part of Nigeria. Majority of guys over there, they do businesses. So this guy, he has already been settled. He has his own shop and everything. So he's into motor parts. He's making money. You understand? But the problem he has is that every night, talking about once he finishes his trade for that day, once he finishes, immediately he finishes around 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. in the evening. Why you will see him, he will go straight away to the bar. He'll go to the bar with some of his friends. Sometimes he will call us, all of us will stay there, we'll be chatting. Everybody will have their own drink and all that, buy turkeys and all that, anything you want to eat, we'll eat, drink. This this thing talking about, it happens every evening, Monday to Saturday. It's only on Sundays that he doesn't open his shop. He doesn't do his business on Sundays. But from Monday to Saturday, he doesn't spend less than 30,000 as of then, every night, every evening. And before he will get home, it's around 10 in the evening. The next day again, the same. You understand? How much does he make daily on his business? How much does he make daily on the business that he spend over within a week, over 2,000 within a week? As of then, over 15 years ago, a lot of money was spending every evening. He will go to shop, he will sell the money that he sold that day. He will bring it and drink straight on drink. He will just drink with his guys. All of us will drink. Some of maybe if you are available, you come out this evening, the same evening. It happens Monday to Saturday every night. You understand? So when you marry someone like that, it has become a habit. This is what he does every night. And he marries you. You know that he drinks all the time, he eats all the time, every time. So the businesses and all that, that kind of person, though he's doing business, he's making money. And how can that kind of person manage businesses? How can they manage business? Because all the profit, all the gains that he's getting from that business, he's eating them, he's eating all his profit. He's eating all his profit through drinks, food, friends. That's what he does. And maybe couple months or something like that, he'll start complaining that he doesn't know who is after him. His business is not going forward. What is happening? Forgetting that he was the one that finished his business. He was the one that ate all his profit. You understand what I mean? So when you marry someone like that, when he gets married, he got that habit. Who's going to manage the cash in that marriage? Who is going to manage the cash in that marriage? If the wife is someone that thinks, if she's someone that have maybe, look at that family and said, okay, listen, no, we need to like plan. We have a goal or something that we have to achieve on. You need to build, have your own house or something like that. And she start planning towards that. What will happen? It's going to be a very big problem, a very big conflict. Why? Because it's a habit. It's not something that is started just that time they met. He's been doing this for throughout his early age. He's been doing this for a long time. That's his lifestyle. It's going to be a very big problem because someone like that is every morning you go to the business, you go to the shop, but at the end of the year, nothing. He has nothing because as he's selling, as he's buying, he's still eating them, eating the money. He might not see it, it might not affect him that time, but at the long run, you see that the business will start going down because there's nothing. Majority of his profits, he's been eating them. Do you understand what I mean? Let me tell you something. I'm not a financial therapist, but I've seen enough. I've seen enough couples argue over little things, fried rice, things that are nothing. They argue over that because of what? The money script. They have that issue, the same problem. Money issue becomes a real problem in the marriage. Do you understand? For example, one partner might be a money avoider. The same thing I was telling you now. One of them might be someone that avoid money, doesn't want like spend money anyhow because they are terrified of looking at the bank statement. They are something like that. Why the other one is a money what worshiper. They just like believe that money will solve all their problems. Talk about the receipt for what? Disaster. They believe that money is there to be spent. Bring the money, spend the money. So what is the problem? I have to spend the money. So why the other person maybe someone that say, okay, they want to like keep the money, they want to like save the money and all that. What is going to happen? So who is there going to like, control the cash? Who among them? Because it's going to be a very big problem. A big problem. So if you follow the scenario, if you follow from what the gentleman when he called, you can see that there's no one person you can say that you know you say that is the answer. This is the right person to hold the money. This is the right person to control the money. It depends on your personality. It depends on your financial goals. It depends on their willingness to communicate. It depends on how you guys agree on that. When it comes to the marriage, when it comes to the family or something like that, how do you guys arrange that? How do you want? You already like planning out who's going to manage that. Do you understand what I mean? So some people they maybe they believe that is their husband. Husband is the one that is in charge of everything, especially when you come from Africa. Some of them, you see that is the man that is the one, like, he pays for everything. So he's the one in charge of much of the things. While some of them, if you go, they will say to you, okay, whatever you want to go to your mom, anything they will send their daughter, kids, everyone go to their mom because she is the one in charge of the money. The father will go and hustle and get all the money and put in the bank and all that. She is the one that is in charge of it. She is the one that makes sure that everything is paid for because she is the one that have that manage. She have the brain to manage. She have the brain to control everything. She is the one that ov- oversee everything. Do you understand? So she got the cool head. She makes sure that nothing. She doesn't spend any money and spend money anyhow. You understand? So it depends on the family. You understand? So because last week we talked about all these challenges of that. You see that some families they prefer to have maybe you have separate accounts so that they will not have any issue. There won't be any argument when it comes to financial issues. There won't be any argument at all. You see that it reduces the risk of argument over overspending. So you see that because they have their separate account, nobody goes to the other person's account to start looking at what they are spending and all that. Some maybe they said, okay, we need to have a joint account where we put all the money because this money we put money aside on what we want to use it for. You know what I mean? So if they have a goal or something they want to like achieve, they put the money, they start like saving money in that joint account to achieve whatever they want to achieve. It depends on the family as well. That's what we're talking about. You understand? So if you ask my opinion, you want to ask my own opinion. A humble opinion is just simple. The person who controls the cash should be the one who is most responsible and organized. Whoever that is most responsible and organized is the one that's supposed to handle the cash because cash cash is the problem. It brings a lot of conflict. It brings a lot of issues in marriage. You understand? So whoever that is organized, whoever that is responsible when it comes to money should be the one to manage, control the cash. But there's a very big but there as well. That doesn't mean that the other partner get to be what left in the loop. No, there must be what transparency. You talk about it, you see everything. Transparency is the key. Both partners should what have access to the information, financial information, bank account. They check, know what is happening. It's not like somebody will now become like they become how will I monopolize everything that you want to talk about. No, 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 no. No. You are reckless when it comes to spending. You are this, you are that. Because of that, they will start like using that advantage now, to deny the other person access when they want to buy something, access when they want to use the cash from that money or something like that on themselves. No, but it's something that you have to discuss, have that transparency, talk about it. Because of what? Both of you have to have that financial decisions. Is your account, is your money. Think about it. Do you understand what I mean? But what I'm trying to say is that whoever that is most responsible and organized is the one that's supposed to manage and control the cash in marriage. That is it. That's my opinion. Okay. But you shouldn't forget the importance of compromise. Most times, maybe one partner handles day-to-day finances, things about everything about maybe about the children, or if you don't have kids, about shopping and all that day to day. You understand why the other person would do was focusing on what the long time investment. It's just discussion. You know each other. You know your partner. You know who you marry. You guys just like discuss. Maybe one person can handle the long time investment. The other person will just handle the day to day. You know, activities, day-to-day finances, all of that. You understand? So that whoever that whoever that starts spending whatever that is spent, you have to justify it. You understand? That's what we're trying to say. The question is still there. Who controls the cash in marriage? Who controls the cash in marriage? I don't think you understand this. I don't think you understand this. If you've not seen a family, you've not seen argument, you've not seen fight, where the money that they keep, the money they kept, maybe kept the money aside for the rent. They want to use the money for rent. When it's time for the rent, the money is no more. It's not that someone stole the money. No, it's just that one person have used the money to do something that they don't know. Maybe the person has a business opportunity, like what I was telling you earlier. Then use that money to invest in the business, or use that money to do deportation or something. They use that money just to, like, do betting with hope that they will get more money. Then if you get more money, then they remove the money there to pay the rent. Everything is gone. There's no money for rent. And landlord will come in there knocking at the door, shouting, screaming that he needs or she needs some money. It's a very big embarrassment for the couple. It's very big embarrassment for the family and all that. So if you never see someone, if you never seen white couples fighting, arguing over something like that, I don't think you will understand what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that the money, cash, is the major source of conflict in marriage. A lot of marriages conflict is money. Money management is a very big problem. You understand? So that's why who controls the money in marriage? Because there's one person that you see that he or she always always bring the money. They always, like, there are some people that you see that they always have ideas of making money. They always money always bring money all the time. You understand what I mean? That does not mean that they can manage it. They bring the money. In most cases, they, they don't know how to manage the money, because in their own brain, in their idea, they believe that the money, as the money is coming, it will be coming all the time. So they will start spending the money anyhow, recklessly. They don't care. You can understand what I'm saying. There are some kids, you see them now, they once they get to 18, 19, 20, some of them, they start working. The money that they're getting, they will not even starting. They don't think about maybe the things that they will get. Maybe think about saving the money or something. You see, some of them, they start traveling, moving out. You see, that time you see, when the time you see the money comes to their, once they get paid, they are looking at country they want to go to. Flight ticket, how much is flight ticket? Why is the hotel they're going to stay? 5-star hotel, 4-star hotel, all that. That's the only thing. They're spending the money because of what they believe. They are still young. They believe the money will be coming in. They believe there's a lot of time for them to, like, there's time for money. That is their idea because of what they are inexperienced. The same way it is in some couples, family marriage, the same. There are some of them that believe the money is coming, so you will keep coming. You understand? And that person, that one person maybe that have that mindset, will always be the problem, because they believe that, yeah, what are you talking about? We have to spend money. Money is there to be spent. So there's nothing you will tell them. They want to spend the money. So you find out that the other person maybe is telling, wow, what is it? We need to save some money. You need to put this money here. You need to invest on this one. You need to do that. In most cases, no, no. What are you talking about? It's my money. I made this money. You understand? You have no right to tell me how to spend it. I know you've heard that before. Someone using that word on you or something like that. You don't have no right. You have no right. You have no right to tell me how to spend my money. Hello. Good evening. Welcome.
Evening.
Who controls the money in marriage?
Yeah, yeah. If you may ask me, I will give kudos to some women because I would say they are the help of a man.
Mm,
They manage the house and the resources,
okay.
as the Bible says. But in the other way around, not all virtuous women.
Okay.
Have some that doesn't live that life of a virtuous woman.
Mm-hmm.
They try to have or associate with a class that they cannot be able to maintain or ascertain.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you imitate somebody
Yeah.
in a negative side, it will affect you and affect your resources and affect your wealth.
Yeah.
What am I saying? There are some women that they have this clique of a thing, and that clique, you see them spending extravagantly, spending unnecessarily, buying unnecessarily, using their husband money because they did not work for it unnecessarily to please their fellow women, to please their status, to please what they feel they are.
Mm,
That's why I say some bad ones, but there are some who reasons well
mm,
know that a woman should manage the resources of his husband
mm-hmm.
in the sense that you take care of everything. You don't allow your husband to spend more than his income. No, there are some men,
Mm-hmm.
they feel that the money is there, but due to friends, anything that applicable to women is applicable to men
Mm-hmm.
because some men, they have friends that influence them
Mm-hmm.
negatively. You see them
Yeah.
living a life of luxurious, going from one hotel to another. As they are going to hotel, they spend money in drinks,
Mm-hmm.
in having that pleasure. But once you come down and do your analysis and do your calculation, you see these people almost in a week they go out to catch fun. Let's assume it now in a week, in a day, they spend like 50,000, 100,000.
Yeah.
Then for leisure,
Mm,
for pleasure, then you calculate 100,000 in a week, then calculate it in a month.
mm-hmm.
I know how much they
Spending.
spend.
Yeah.
So you see that if they have a good wife that will not allow them to spend extravagantly, you see that at the end of the year or the month or the week, you see them having a reasonable service. Understand?
Yeah.
So let me not go too much in details, but in this issue, I feel that the people that manage the money in the house is the women because they are there to control both the husband, both the kids, and both the finance. You understand?
Yeah.
That's why some men they find it difficult to have a joint account with their wife because they know that those reasonable wives,
Mm.
once you withdraw,
They will
they will
ask
know.
questions. Yeah.
Once you, they will know.
Mm.
So they will come up with questions
Yeah.
when you don't reasonable. answer
Mm-hmm.
or they not defend themselves well,
Mm-hmm.
the trouble they will start disturbing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the reason why some men don't even have a joint account. They don't even allow their wife to. Once they bring that money for the domestic, they feel that they're okay, they have settled, but without knowing that all those time they give outside with friends,
Mm-hmm.
spending, eating, once they calculate, you find out that they spend more than their income. So, but women on they are limited, as Bible say, they are the help of a man. Understand?
Yeah.
So let me use one of my friends as a case study. The guy would like to, he was cutting his coat without knowing the size of the material he bought
Okay.
because uh when you go to market, you know your size, you know the material that will
Fit
fit
you.
you. Then
Mm-hmm.
you buy. But once you go beyond that,
Mm-hmm.
you see that what you are doing is not pleasing yourself. You pleasing the guy. He want to be among the big boys
Mm. So
every
he
evening.
was just living a fake lifestyle.
Yes, a fake life. They say today they will go and eat in so place. They will kill goats, call friends. They will eat, spending. But at the end of the day, you see the guy
Mm.
blaming the sales boys or the sales girls
Mm.
that no money is coming in
Yeah.
because you come in and tell the sales girl, give me so amount.
Mm.
You eat basic
They take
money. They
all
eat
the gain and the profit. You eat them all of everything.
you eat without knowing that you feel that that time you are giving yourself pleasure. You know that something else is going down. So, but women, their own is limited unless you
Some
have
women,
bad influence.
some women.
Yes, some women,
Yeah.
those one that doesn't mingle with bad influence. You know, anything in life, it depends on the kind of friend you keep.
Mm.
When you keep reasonable and matured friends, you see that everything in your business, in your life, in your career will be reasonable. But when you don't mingle with reasonable people, you see that everything will be turning upside down. You'll be having ups and downs. So in a home, because of this point I gave,
Mm.
women I may give
Yeah.
women that
Okay,
control.
so you choose a. You say women are the ones that control money. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Mm.
the man, now some things I want to buy. Then to please your kids or to please your people or your in-laws or your relations. But your wife will call your attention and say, if you do this, if you that money, if you put it here, if you do it like this, it will yield some money, it will go a long way, it will benefit you do that. Then she's now calling your attention back. You say yes, so what this one is saying is true. But that time, your aim or your
Mm.
priority is just to please all those people
Mm.
without knowing your own pocket,
Mm.
how it will affect your pocket,
You have
whether
not
it will
spent it.
affect spending, whether it will affect you positively or not. You know, there are some men,
Mm.
once they go out, they spend, when they come back, they start regretting.
Mm.
They fake life.
Just impress
You
other
know,
people.
to make other people, maybe they call you Odegu, big boy, you are the happening guy,
Mm.
but
Mm.
inside, you are unless those people know that there are ways of making money. If you make
All
a
right.
genuine money, if
Okay.
you eat a genuine money,
Just
but if
round.
you
All right.
don't make
Just
it,
random.
so they will give you a tax on
Mm.
how to spend that. So you spend it luxuriously and extravagantly
Mm.
without, because you're under a tax.
Okay.
So that's what I'm trying to contribute. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your call.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I will just pick up on what it was when it was saying about the spending habit. Okay. The women, some of the women, they are the ones they will come tell you what to do, tell you what, you know what I mean, like call your mind back when you want to spend money. It depends on the woman. It depends on the family as well, where she comes from. You understand what I mean? Because most times, it's most of our most of your spending habits, how you see money, it comes from the family, it comes from your parents. You understand what I mean? It comes from your parents. I got what I'm saying. Also, sometimes you see that there are some ladies when you meet them, your lifestyle is all about spending, eating, going to the club, going to restaurants. You're spending all the money all the time. You like trying to be the happening guy. You keep spending, 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 spending. So such a when you have such a girl that always love that kind of lifestyle, spend money and all that, it's just you are the man showing off all the time. You're making money. You understand that kind of person? When you marry that kind of person, yeah, are you gonna tell me that she will turn out because you married her? She will turn around and say to you, "Listen, you need to save money. You need to put money aside and all that." Some of those because those kind of person, when you are just like dating, they never like tell you, "Guy, listen, you spend a lot of money. You spend too much money. You understand? You're supposed to do this or do that. The way you spend money, I don't really like it. Can you like save or do give you some business ideas or something?" You understand? Is it when you marry the person that the person will start telling you that? No. You understand what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. The idea, the philosophy of money, sometimes you get it from parents, from how the person raised up, how the person, maybe the kind of friends they move around with. You understand? Because a good lady that meets you that have your interest at heart, someone that want to be your wife or something like that. Sometimes you see that when you, even at the first day, you buy whatever, you show up, go like buy a lot of things for her and all that. With time, she will try to know you. She will start asking you a lot of questions. She would like to talk about your money histories. She would like to know your financial goals. She want to know your, how your spending habits, all these things. She want to look at all that. Some of them will even get to the extent of asking you, what did you learn about money from your parents? Because they want to know. I'm talking about those that have like intellectual, those that are like, you know what I mean? They're smart. They want to know what they're getting into. They will ask you that. What did you learn about money from your parents? You understand? What are your dreams for the future? Are you a saver or are you a spender? All those things is questions they ask. Some guys too, they ask the same questions because at the end of the day, if you guys get into the marriage or get into have a long-term relationship, you have to know all of this about each other, especially spending habit, how the person spends money. Because at the end of if you guys didn't talk about it, if you don't look at if you don't, because there are some people like what the gentleman called when he called, he was just saying he said that there are some of them when they cannot control their emotions, they cannot control themselves because they want to show other friends, people around them, that what they have money. And when after spending, they will come back home, they start like, fighting, shouting, and crying because that was not what they wanted to do. You see some people that when they will go to wedding or something like that, they go out there just to like show that they have money. They will spend all the money that they have on them. When they go back, it become an issue. They start regretting. You understand? So those are the kind of things. And when you meet someone like that, and then you didn't like realize that they cannot control their emotions, they cannot like hold themselves when it comes to money spending and all that. You become a very big problem. You guys be fighting all the time because of that money spending and all that. I get what I'm saying. You know, yeah. Someone said, okay, like we talked about if challenges of finance, and this evening we're discussing about the same thing about money issues, who control the money and all that. You understand? What are the ways? What are the ingredients for financial money when it comes to manage? How? What are those things? How can you, you know, make it to be, so that you know? I mean, like I'm just looking for the word, so that you're not going to have any issues. What are those things that you can do if maybe your partner, you find out that a partner cannot handle money properly, they are reckless or something like that? What are the things you're supposed to do? What are the things? I think the best thing you have to do is to do what? Communicate. Call them to order. Let them understand that you've been doing this, you're spending money. We need this money. If you do this with this money, if you get your wages every month, if you can remove so amount of money and keep it aside, put it somewhere and leave it there, or you can give me the money, put it in my account or something like that. You can keep the money, you can, take us on a long way. You understand? You communicate, talk to them, let them understand. Not being harsh or trying to like mimic or like maybe try to humiliate them or something like that. That's the way, you know how it is. Sometimes, in most cases, men are the ones that always fall victim when you come to that. As a woman, you know how to talk to your husband, talk to the economy and all that. Let them understand that. Tell them about their all of those spending habits, how they do all the stuff. Let them understand the reason why you want them to like, keep the money a bit. You understand? Those are the things. You know, Then also ask them about their shared vision. What is their vision? What do you plan to do? What are you looking? What are your long time goals? We are as a couple. We are here. What are your long time goals? What is it that thing that drives you every morning, waking up and going to work? What those things that drives you? In most cases, they will tell you it's money, isn't it? I need to work and get some money. Then, if you get this money, what are you getting money for? Why are you working? Let them find out their vision. Talk to them about it. Most cases, some of them will say to you, yeah, I want to travel around the world. I want to save money for my retirement. I want to buy a home. I want to build a house or something like that. Those are financial plan. Okay, how are you going to achieve it? You see, now you're talking. You guys are talking. You bring your own idea. Let them understand how they're spending their money. Then you see now you're making a change. They will understand where you're coming from. How much they're spending every week on drinks, how much you're spending every week on cigarette, how much you're spending all of those things on the betting and all that. You see that now they will understand. For the past years, if they saved those certain amount of money by now, maybe they could have maybe what I mean, that their goals, you will been maybe actualizing it or maybe getting close. And that's when you introduce them budgeting. Then let them understand that budgeting is key. If it's a written budget, you can do it. If you can like something like you can maybe track the, the expenses of their income and everything, all how you're gonna help him understand about budgeting. Let them understand that. What can you save? Where can you save? You understand what I mean? Let them make that informed decision. Those are the things. Okay. Then it's a teamwork. It's two of you can do it. And you're there to help. The gentleman called, he said that the wives are what? Helper. That's what I'm saying. The teamwork. You help. Let them understand instead of criticizing the person every day, calling them names every day. You understand? Come together because that's the reason why you are there to help. Become that helper. Let them understand the reason why of it. All those things is a habit. Some of them they've been exhibiting that habit before they meet you. So it will take a little bit of time for them to change. Instead of you calling them to order, then you are there criticizing them, making them look like a fool. So they will say, okay, then what are you talking about? They will start doing it more and more because it makes you angry. That is the way it goes. But with humility, you will talk to them. I'll never see someone that you talk to politely that will like start messing about. They'll come back to their senses. You understand? That's the way it is. Those are the ways you can curtail. That's the way you can control all that. Call your partner to order. Let them understand the reason why you're calling them and what the benefit and all that, what they can gain from that. You understand? Because I said this, the major source of divorce in many, many homes, it's finance, money management. I'm telling you, okay? I know some people will say, yeah, it's cheating and all that. No, no. Without money, you cannot. Is it not money that you're going to use to do that? Is it not money that you're going to use to go and lodge in a hotel? Is it not money that you're going to, do you understand what I mean? It's money issues. It's money. You understand? So it's something that you need to handle properly. You need to handle. You understand? Handle it. I mean, patiently, patiently, because nobody's perfect. Nobody is perfect. You might say that you are the one that controls the money. You are the ones that you're always taking care of the home. When you're around, you are the one that like make sure that there's food in house. The kids they have something to eat. The house, the kids' school fees, everything is paid. You everything. Landlord got his the rent and everything because you are in charge and all that. It's not that no one is perfect because there's no right or wrong answer. There's no way you're going to like say, yeah, it's just you. No, no, no. Who controls the cash? Marriage. Because the best approach is to work as a team. Work as a team. Respect your partner. Communicate with your partner. Let them understand the reason why you're doing what you are doing. And then have that commitment. Both of you have that commitment to your financial goal, financial success. Because at the end of the day, yeah, when one person wins, both of you are winning, right? The same. So at the end of the day, if this person stops spending money anyhow, if they stop spending money recklessly and they now start like saving more money, you see that with long time, with couple of years, a lot of things you guys maybe like your dreams and everything will be actualized straight away. That's where it is. Those places that you guys want to get to, you go there quicker. It is what we're trying to say, nothing else. You understand? Okay, so if you're joining us for the first time, this is one on this platform we discuss about family issues. Okay, throughout the week we'll be talking about finances and all that, money management and all that. So join us for the first time. You have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, please just do so. Also, guys, don't forget to share the program. Share the program to your contact. Share the program to your WhatsApp, Facebook page, and all that. Okay, and I will see you next weekend on another topic. If you have a topic that you want us to look into, please just DM me. Just send it to our WhatsApp. I will look into it. On that note, I'll see you all next week. Have a lovely weekend. God bless.